Hey everybody, it's Mike Young, lifestyle nutritionist with aPlantBasedDiet.org. Welcome to my book, Live to 150. It's at liveto150.org if you want all the other chapters. Let's get right into this one. This one is about self-discipline and self-control. Believe it or not, that is almost like the key behavior element here to be able to get you to double your lifespan, because most people only live to 75, 85 years old on average. So why is it so important? Well, if you've listened to some of the chapters before, you know, like just the previous chapter, I just explained that almost all food out there is junk food. It's crap, it's garbage. So in order for you to make the right choice from the food perspective, you need to have some really honed in, really good, very mature, very developed self-discipline and self-control. So I cannot overemphasize the importance of developing self-control and self-discipline. So if you need some help with that, get on the internet, and there's probably lots of stuff that you can find about how to develop your self-control and self-discipline. But one thing you got to do is challenge yourself. If you say to yourself, well, I'm never going to be able to do this, I'm never that good, somebody else is better than that at me, well, of course, you're like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You will never develop self-control or self-discipline. You need to challenge yourself. You need to get outside of your comfort zone. But if you do develop, and master, mastering is constant work, because you're always going to be challenged. Even when you get to a certain level of self-discipline, self-control, something in your life is going to just hit you sideways, and it is going to knock you off of your balance point, and you are going to need to level up to a whole new level of self-control and self-discipline in order to even continue on without backsliding, basically. And of course, if you're going to go forward and even do more things that are better and progress, you're going to have to, again, double down, triple down, and figure out how to grow in these areas. So I would definitely put this down as one of your goals if you think you need help with this. And we talked about goals in previous chapters of this book. There's a chapter on goals about developing self-control and self-discipline. So why is it so important? Let's just, in a nutshell, this is about plants, right? You're going to need to be able to resist all the temptations that are everywhere all the time. Okay, especially living in 2022. This is May of 2022. I'm recording this. Everybody has all the information on their phone. Everybody can go anywhere, do anything, and they can pick anything up or just hit a button on their phone and have it delivered. It's bad. It's really bad for people who lack self-control and self-discipline. It's like if you lack self-control and self-discipline in this kind of society at this point in time, it makes perfect sense to me as to why you never make any progress. Because everything's distracting you. And we talked about ADD. That's another issue with this. But also, you are not only letting things distract you, but you're acting on them. You're acting on all the impulses. You're acting on all the bad things that are presented to you because they look good. And a lot of them really are good or make you feel great. But they have consequences, severe, negative, long-term consequences. And that's the case with the food. That's what you're going to learn in this book, is that when you make the wrong choice, you're choosing to push your body further and further out of balance. You're choosing to make your body more upset with you. And your body always wants to heal. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you say, oh, I don't want to heal. I don't want to do this. Well, your body does. Everyone's the same in that regard. It's one of the few ways that everyone's the same. I mean, everyone's the same because we're human. Everyone's the same because all humans are always seeking health and wanting health. And no matter what you look like on the outside, cosmetically, that's true. So don't tell me that, oh, I just don't have self-control, self-discipline, so I don't have to do this. I don't want to do this. No, that's your choice. That's fine. If that's what you choose to do, it's not illegal. We'll get into that in another chapter, at least at this point in time. So I guess you can abuse yourself, basically. All right. But again, that's another chapter too. Right now, we're talking about self-control, self-discipline. Don't miss the point here, which is that if you don't practice self-control and self-discipline, you are choosing to not practice self-control and self-discipline. It's got nothing to do with your personality, unless you are entombed by your personality, which is not even personality. That's a whole other subject for a whole other video too. It's got nothing to do with your genetics, whatever. No. Your genetics, maybe you may come from a long lineage of people in your gene pool that have chosen to ignore self-control and self-discipline. You may. And you may have done that, or they may have done that because they have a tendency to be very impulsive, or to be very, what's another word? Just not accepting of authority is one, but I'm looking for another word. I'm looking for, I'll think of it later. Okay. Just character traits, you know, where people will be, oh, it's right on the brain. I can think of it right now. I'll think of it in a minute before this video is over. So basically, no matter what your tendencies are, this is what you need to accept. Because if you don't accept this concept, you're not going to get much out of the rest of the book. No matter what your tendencies are, be they genetic, be they learned, be they just your own thinking in your own head about right or wrong, you know, oh, that's it, defiant, okay? It doesn't matter if you're defiant. If you want to learn self-control and self-discipline, you will learn self-control and self-discipline. You don't need hundreds of dollars an hour to go see some psychiatrist. You used to. I know, I'm 52. I grew up at a time where really the only way you'd ever learn any of this stuff is by having lots of money or an amazing medical plan where somebody could go and you can go see somebody one-on-one. YouTube has all the stuff. You're watching this on YouTube right now in almost all likelihood, okay? The information is out there. You just have to choose how to apply it. That's what this book is. We're bundling all this stuff together. We're packaging it all together, all these intricate things to tell you that if you do a lot of these, or most of these, or all of them, that you will probably be able to expect to live double the lifespan. But you have to put the effort forth. Okay, there are some people. Okay, there are some people where self-control and self-discipline just comes very easy. It's like, oh gosh, this is so easy. Yeah, you just tell them to do it, they do it. No problem. That's hardly anybody. And this book is not designed for that person, because this, if that person is watching this chapter right now, they can just skip right over this. This is a challenge. And you need to see it as a challenge. And you also need to see that if you're struggling in this area, like most people are, that when you conquer this area, you're going to feel really good about yourself. And not only are you going to think that you're going to have a great life moving forward because you're going to be healthier, you're going to be more in balance, you're going to live longer, you're also going to realize that you can probably do just about anything. So there's a lot more to gain out of this chapter, which is self-control and self-discipline, than just the health aspects. So thanks so much for watching. And I hope that you will move forward on this concept, and everything that we do going forward is going to be predicated on you practicing self-control and self-discipline. So hopefully you will. And if you have slip-ups, that's okay. But just keep going back and keep doing it. Keep trying. Just rewatch these chapters if you need to. So be sure to hit the like button if you got something out of this. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications. And also, you know, find our chapter on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, which is liveto150.org. See you in the next video. Bye.